the same girl, but it's just easier to say girlfriend.
So this description changed?
No. She's just a friend with benefits.
She's more than that.
Oh, okay, she's more than that.
She's more than that. I mean, you know,
a good friend with benefits, then.
Darn it.
A friend with good benefits. I don't know what it is, but it's
a good friend with big benefits. Okay.
Trying to get Trev into serious trouble now?
Trying to pin Trev down on this is really like trying to pin down water. Okay, so, really, Trev, what is the deal here? Just put it out there, and then we move on. See, then we don't even bother with it.
Well, I think I'd like to leave it I'd like to leave some kind of mystery with it, I think. I'll leave it at that.
I think the main problem is if she were Latina, Trev would have had her move in with him.
She's quarter Portuguese.
Okay,
well, that's close enough.
Close enough.
That's close enough. Yeah, that's definitely that's in your milieu.
Yeah, I thought it's Latina. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to get a picture of oh shit.
So anyway, so we were just usually there was a time, Trev, when you used to be, if not the first, among the first in the Hangout, and we were just wondering maybe if we had just become very passé with you.
No, the thing is, it's two things, and it's not that I want Maria to miss me, where she thinks that's it's not that. It's just I don't want everybody to get used to me to the point where they're fucking sick of me. Sorry, we're on air. Sorry,
Trev, like that would happen. I
would like to explore that concept a little bit, Trev. Just a little bit. Did you mute him?
No.
Why is he muted?
He's not muted.
I'm not.
Oh, I would just like to. Because I was going to say, the idea of muting and Trev don't really go together.
He's not muted.
Okay, so I'd like to explore that a little bit because honestly, Trev, to say that you don't want it to get to the point where you are, so commonplace that people are. Well, then what does that say about me and Maria?
Oh no! Come on! I mean, you're the reason.
No, he's talking about. I knew it. Oh, Tony's giving you a hard time. Okay, all right.
But you're the reason that people join this. It's your show. It's not mine. I'm just
I beg to differ. It is all of our show. We are a family.
Okay.
We all bring things to the table, Trev. I'm not letting you off that easy.
I do want to tell you. I got to give you a quick heads up because any minute soon we're going to be hanging out with Elio Castroneves. Huh?
Castroneves.
See.
No.
Castroneves.
Simple than it looks.
What did I say?
You threw in some extra syllables. Castroneves.
Elio Castroneves.
Just keep it simple. Don't try to roll your R's.
Arriba. Sorry.
Arriba. So we're gonna hang out with Elio first, and then I think William Friedkin, and Nick.
So Nick, are you a big fan of Elio Castroneves?
I voted for him when he was on Dancing with the Stars, but I haven't watched any of his car races.
So I mean, if you voted for him, you are in fact a fan. I mean,
yeah. Well, part of it was because he was dancing with Julianne, and I'm a huge fan of Julianne, but.
Okay, well, okay. Can I just make a suggestion?
Yeah.
When he comes in, don't tell him that's why you voted for him.
Okay. I probably won't say a thing, but.
Yeah, I voted for you, but only because of the female you were dancing with. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not going over that well. Kempton, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Ayub, to answer your question, the reason you called me over here into the Hangout to begin with, I'm fine. I'm just tired. I'm just exhausted.
But you need to get some more sleep, some rest.
Yeah, I was up too late last night, and it wasn't really by choice. It's why are you looking at me as with askance?
I'm just wondering. You say by choice. I was wondering what.
No, it wasn't really by choice. You know how when you have so many things you need. I'm sure all of us can identify with this. With the possible exception of Trev, who lives in a cave. But most of us understand.
What are you just spewing about? I'm
being picked on today.
I'm so distracted. Oh, look who's joined us, George. I have not seen you so long.
Hi.
George, how are you?
How have you been?
Pretty good. I've been pretty busy.
How's Mountain View, right?
Mountain View's great.
Yeah.
Are you in Mountain View, California?
Yes.
I am.
Northern California.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know where Mountain View is. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's in view of mountains.
Yes, it is. Sort of.
It's so combative.
He's very techie. He knows where Mountain View is.
Well, it is a very techie region.
I know it is.
Well, that's where Google is, right?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
they're exactly. They're
Down the street.
Well, it's good to see you, George.
Cupertino. Yes.
Cupertino is, 1 or 2 cities over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay. I'm excited to talk about the film director today that we're supposed to
William
have in the Hangout.
Friedkin.
Yes.
William Friedkin. Yeah.
He directed The Exorcist.
Well,
Yes,
and in
that's
fact, that's where I really came to know who he was, because that was during my era.
I was 6.
That movie. Well, thank you very much for that, Maria. That movie came out in 1974. Just so you know. Oh, anyway, Elio's coming, so bye.
I was 6 years old.
I'm not going to say how old I was.
I was going to say, he said in his era, the era's gone.
Oh, yeah, hi. So
Nice to
guys.
see you. Mwah.
How are
Again, I'm
you?
doing very well. Hello, everyone.
Very good.
Hello.
I'm gonna just double check to see if I'm on the
Good to see
air.
you, bud.
Okay, maybe not. Let me see. Come sit down. Come join me,
Ooh,
because I know that I might have a hit.
I can't. It's too tall. I mean,
You have to be careful.
Oh, I'm short.
No. We
Thank you.
we were over there the last time you
That's
were here.
right,
Yes,
that's
do you
correct.
Remember?
Now you upgrade, huh? You have your own room.
Well,
here.
I don't know if it's so much considered an upgrade, but
I think so.
yeah,
Look,
you think so?
They
It's
want
a-
to get rid of us.
You were too loud last time, Elio. That's
the
what
problem.
happened.
I'm
You were
sorry, everyone, but I'm excited. Every time talking about race, I'm excited. But look at who we have here. I have a lot of.
Let me introduce you to everyone that's hanging out with us right now. Good morning, you guys. By the way, welcome to our Fox 11 Newsroom hangout here on Google+. We've got Elio Castro Neves.
That's right. Well, you see, fantastic. My name.
Tony was I was practicing a little bit.
Oh, is that right?
He's adding all sorts of stuff.
No, that is so not true. I was just adding a little bit of a
I like it.
right. So Elio's in
Stop
town. Of course, we're talking about the Long Beach Grand Prix, which is happening here in Long Beach, California. So we'll talk to him about that. But quickly, I want to introduce you to everybody here in the hangout. So far, we have Ayub, who's hanging out with us from England, Leicester. George is up in Northern California. We've got Captain, who is in Canada. Nick is in Texas today.
Hello.
Trev, he's around. There he is.
There we
He's
go.
also in the UK, joining us this morning. And thanks, you guys. I see you watching on air, and also YouTubers. Make sure you leave us a comment and share the link. And if you have a question for Elio, please go ahead and send it to us. Okay, so now that we have all the business taken care of,
Very good.
how are you?
I'm doing very well. It's
Yes.
nice to be back again here
Yes.
in LA. Always. Now, it's funny because off season normally I come back here for the Dancing with the Stars, and then
That's right. I think the last time we talked to you, you were doing something.
that's
else on
right.
Dancing with
It
the
was
Stars.
great last year that we were able to come back. Wasn't so great the ending, but it's okay.
It's
we're
okay.
still able to see my friends and
Yes.
still able to dance a little bit for one more time. It was a lot of fun. And now we're back here on the race. This place actually, it's over 30 years. I mean, racing
The
that Long Beach
Grand Prix.
It's so cool. It's so great.
It's
and
so fabulous. You guys, if you get a chance to come at this time of year to
Yeah.
Southern California, Long Beach Grand Prix, it is fabulous. They turned the city into a racetrack,
Yeah.
which is amazing. It's really quite amazing, and the weather is perfect this weekend for you.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I love it. That's why I'm here.
And so, what are you going to be doing? Are you racing?
Well, we're gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna be practice, and Saturday we'll have qualifying, and then Sunday the race. So it's gonna be a lot of activities during the race weekend.
I know that you only know him from Dancing with the Stars, but Elio actually is a race car driver.
That's true. That people now interpret now. Oh, the dancer that I can drive a race car.
That's right. That's right. Ayub, yes, go ahead. What's your question?
Hi. You once raced in the British Formula 3, I believe, back in the mid-90s. Ever thought of coming back for the Formula 1?
Well, the direction, my goal was going to Formula 1, and that's one of the reasons we ended up going to Formula 3 in England, which I used to live in Milton Keynes. That was where I used to stay, and I still have good friends over there in England. But you know, it's amazing how destiny takes you in a different route. Back then, I was sponsored by Philip Morris. They decided to take me to America to do a test. I did a test, pass, and that's how my career started here.
What's your question, Tony?
You were racing in the 90s?
1995, correct.
Tony has this thing about age. Yes. Tony
I was very young.
Tony was
very
50
young.
at the time.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You're very kind. It's actually the TV doesn't show the wrinkles. I'm trying to smile. It's actually my smile. When I smile, my face goes this way. That's why I have this mark.
You're originally from
Brazil.
Brazil. Okay, I was
That's
thinking
right.
Argentina, Brazil. I couldn't remember.
No,
okay,
but and then that's why I ended up here. But I always had the interesting to go there, and I have to say that I'm very happy that the destiny brought me over here to America, because Formula One, the politics is very nasty, to be honest. It's very difficult to deal with it. If you don't have a good connection, it's difficult for you to deal with it. And for me, here, I think if you work hard, you'll be recognized, and then that's what happened to me. So I'm glad that at least I ended up over here.
If you guys have any more questions, just get my attention. In terms of competition and the level of competition that you have experienced on the racetrack, where does the Grand Prix and the Long Beach Grand Prix?
High up there.
Is it high up
Oh
there?
yeah, because you got to remember, we race against each other every 17 to 19 races. So we know everybody, and some tracks suit a little bit some than others, you know. And special Long Beach, it's a challenge track, it's a fast track, but everybody seems to enjoy it and suit everyone. So it's becoming very tricky and very, very tough to with the competition.
Yes, Kempton, go ahead.
Yeah, hey there. I love watching fast car racing and whatnot. But how do you, like, is it the first thing you have to do for anyone want to race or even play a car racing game is to memorize the course and remember the turns? What's the deal there?
Well, today you do have a lot of simulators, as they call, you know, all the little games that you see, stuff like that.
Pole position.
Here we go. Yeah. So you have a lot of the ones that you can, yes, if you don't know the track, those are the great ways for you to, when you get there, before you get there, to learn which turns or something like that. But realistic, it's very difficult to mimic exactly how you feel in a race car. Obviously, if you saw Formula One, they have some amazing technology that you even have the cockpit, you sit down in the car and you drive. But most of it's just to understand and recognize the racetrack. But other than that, the real deal is still the best way for you to learn.
I think I don't know if I asked you this last time, but when people get in the car with you, like here on just driving like a normal person, do you get the need to go? I mean, do you just give them a little bit of a?
It's funny. My wife basically she complains that I drive like a lady. I'm like, really? Oh, you gotta pass this guy. I'm like, relax. Why are you in a rush? We have time. That's why we left early.
Isn't that funny?
It is. I guess.
It's ironic. It's ironic, right? That's the correct use of the word, perhaps.
Yes.
But that's
it's interesting. I guess our adrenaline becomes so much, you know, in the racetrack. But obviously, when I'm late, I'll try to use the skills and then you go for it. One day
Have you ever been stopped by a
Oh
cop?
yeah.
You
oh,
have
yeah.
been
Oh
stopped.
yeah.
And do they know who you are?
Sometimes after Dancing with the Stars they did. I was like,
Sure.
yes, sir. So yeah. But I'll give you a ticket. You can't get away. I was like, oh, great.
No.
But now it's been good. So
Yeah.
far, been good.
Let's talk a little bit about your book. I know that you had your
That's
book that
correct.
had come out.
The Victory
It's
Road,
called
the ride.
Victory. Yes, the Victory Road.
The ride of my
Yeah.
life. The reason that I decided to write a book, it was basically to show, especially the teenagers, that sometimes there is no direction, where to go, what to do, and sometimes face a lot of unfortunately no's in their lives, and it's like,
Sure,
oh, okay, I'm
challenges.
not gonna go anywhere. So I said, in plus the challenge that I faced and what kind of tools I used to overcome those challenges, and I said, you know what, I want to do it now. I want to do it the way that. Because I went through a very rough time, and I want to show them that what did I do? I use my family, I use the spiritual way, I use the faith, I use so many ways so that I can overcome that kind of difficulty. That why I don't pass this experience. It might work to someone. Someone might read it and say, it doesn't suit me, but I do feel that a lot of response has been very positive and a lot of people enjoy. So you can get on the Amazon.com the book. You can get on your iPad and things like that. So I did it from my heart, and I feel that whoever didn't read yet. It's a great read. It's a fast one too.
Inspirational
Correct.
read. I've
Yes.
seen some excerpts of it. Definitely. Jimmy has just come into the Hangout, and I know you're dying to show.
Oh, look at
your
that.
race car.
All right, that's
So-
a Ferrari. I like the number at least. Same number as mine.
I'm actually a huge fan of Formula One, and I've been following it since at least 2008 when they switched over to the new cars in 2009. And I'm also a huge fan of touring car racing, world touring car. I'm just a racing nut, driving games, everything. And I almost thought I didn't get an invite, so I was trying to rush and get in here before you left just to say hi.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that.
Hello, Jimmy. Ayub, I know you have a question. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask about the new common chassis in Indy, whether you think that's going to make a big change to the competitiveness, or whether it's going to just make it a little bit more open.
Well, right now they're trying to hold the rules to keep it very compact because they want to make sure the competitiveness it's really tight. And right now it's really, really tight. But I feel they could open it up a little bit more, especially for the teams that like my team, to the resource could be a little bit better, and it'll be more fun. So hopefully they will do that. Right now we don't know what's going to happen, but we keep going. We keep working on it.
Camila's busting in.
We gotta speak some Portuguese.
Hey, here we go.
Hey.
Portuguese for us. Hey, you guys. Camila Alves has joined us.
Sorry, guys. We're speaking. We're from
No,
Brazil.
please go ahead.
Brazil.
Please go ahead. We're
talking
fine. We're fine. Please go ahead.
The world. We're getting everything. Next year's gonna be World Cup.
Don't
then
say
gonna be
that.
Olympics.
They're gonna come.
They're gonna
after
kick us out.
Yeah.
great.
That's good morning, guys. Sorry I'm bushing in, but
No, that's good.
I was on air and I was like, I want to meet this guy before I leave.
That's
So
very nice of you.
sorry
I hope
about
you go
that.
to the race. That'll be great.
What days?
It's
this
this
Sunday.
weekend.
This weekend.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Come on, you gotta do it. You gotta. My
Long
guest.
Beach.
This is official.
Oh.
She's gonna be my guest.
Ah,
at the
yeah,
race.
yeah,
Wow.
Can I be your
If
guest
I'm not
too?
working, I'm there.
Okay, good. I like.
I'm
to
not
do
working,
that.
I'm there.
You can take a day off. That will be. The weather's gonna be perfect. You should take your family down. They're gonna
Yeah,
love it.
true.
Yeah.
It's so much fun, the races.
Oh my
I know.
God.
Can I be your guest too?
I have a little girl. She's fast and she loves racing. She's enjoyed. So
Oh,
I guarantee
that's
you're gonna have a good
great.
time.
Oh, onde você mora aqui ou mora no?
Eu moro em Flórida, na Flórida.
Ah, tá.
É. Aí, mas eu
That's
como vinha fazendo o dance
Aham.
stories e
Então,
tudo,
tempo,
daí
é.
fiquei aqui, foi muito gostoso aqui, mas agora...
I love it. Por isso que eu tô
Bom, escreve pra mim com quem eu contato. Se eu não tiver
Aqui,
trabalhando, eu
Noah,
vou.
Oh my
Noah,
God,
ele
that's
deu
so
meu
sick.
contato.
Prazer.
Mua.
Desculpa.
Imagina.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, that's fine.
No problem. Travis in heaven.
Next time, will you come and sit down and join us?
Yes, we'll do it next time for sure.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Why don't we grab a
Bye, guys.
picture now? Grab a picture. Grab a picture. Get everyone together.
Actually, can we take a quick photo with the three of us?
Sure,
Okay,
absolutely.
let me take my
this
camera out here
away-
really
away.
quickly. Let me just take it out.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah,
No, I see.
there's a camera right here, and I'm gonna do this. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Aê! That's pretty good.
Yay.
That's a good one, right?
Ver com o Noah assim, seria super
Yeah.
legal. Você já tá habilidade.
Mhm.
Tem outras corridas também, não é só.
I'm only taking pictures when I look down.
Tchau.
Wow.
So Helio, the race is this
That
weekend,
was
right?
very nice. I love it. I like it. This is
Have
the way
you
we
have
do
you
it.
met? You've not
No,
met
first
Camilla
time
before,
actually.
yeah?
That was very nice.
Camilla is she is here, I believe, talking about her fashion.
Oh, really?
She is also Mrs. Matthew McConaughey, for those of you who don't know.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah. She's
Lucky
quite
her.
lovely.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Watching. Uh-huh.
You guys are
she's-
something.
That was beautiful. I could watch you guys talk.
It's nice. I know
For
our
an hour,
language is
yes.
very. People think we're singing sometimes,
It's
and
beautiful.
Very romantic.
but some people mistake with French or things like that. But
Mhm.
it's actually it's very tough. We can understand quite a lot of Spanish,
Yes.
but the people that speak Spanish cannot understand it
Mm-mm.
very well.
Doesn't go the other
So
way.
it's a very dynamic, and but like I said, hopefully people will understand more about next year because of the World Cup and then the Olympics.
Mhm.
So it's Brazil is certainly being
exciting
very
to-
strong.
Yes. Well, that was wonderful. What a great surprise.
That was very nice.
So the race is this weekend?
The race is this weekend. The Long Beach Grand Prix is on Sunday, and I think the celebrity race is on Saturday.
Mhm.
Because I know a lot of guys that do the Formula Drift before the
Oh,
main
the drift
event.
races. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I haven't.
Morning,
It's-
Sunday morning, I believe, the drift.
Yeah,
Normally,
yeah.
Now, when you see your daughter's going, she, of course, is wearing,
Yeah,
your family is
yeah,
wearing those earmuffs,
yeah.
because it does.
it's very
It
loud.
is so loud. You could hear it. I'll park like it's
Yeah.
a couple miles away,
Yeah.
and it's just,
It's loud,
it's
but it's a lot of
beautiful.
fun. And again, they do have a lot of activity for the kids
Mhm.
as well to go around. That they will
Yeah.
have the
I love the drift racing. Like
Oh,
that.
yeah, I've only been to practice day on the
Yeah.
Saturday before. I've never actually been to the
Fun.
Grand Prix itself.
yeah on the
I went to the Formula One.
Yeah.
Civic Center.
Mhm, mhm.
And they have like a bunch of cars exposed
Oh, for
there, which
children.
is for
Oh, that's
everyone. It's
great.
really cool. It's like an auto show,
Yeah,
mini
yeah,
auto
yeah.
show, and plus with the racing around. So hopefully see you guys there. If obviously from England, if you guys can fly, it would be great.
Get over today. The
Come on, just
flights
get
are
on the
so special.
plane, and it's still time.
Wish I could. Wish I could.
If I could, I would.
Thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And Elio, always our pleasure to have you here. Mwah.
I love it. Always talk to you. Always talk to your fans and friends.
Okay,
And
come sit here.
oh, here another
And I'm
pic.
gonna take another one, just because I want it just
Cheese.
me and you. I'm the only girl. Okay, cheese.
No, you don't want to turn around. No, I
I'm just
understand.
kidding. I'm totally teasing. She's a sweetheart. She's been
Kisses
here.
to everyone. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate that, guys.
Thank you.
Thank-
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Jimmy, I went to the.
Bye.
They closed down the West End of London
That's
for about a day
fun.
just to have the
Well-
Formula One cars run around.
Aren't you lucky,
That was
Trav?
amazing.
Oh, I could imagine because I've seen it when they
Yeah,
closed
yeah.
off the streets to do the Australian V8 cars. They closed off the streets to run those cars through the streets too, just for like
Yeah.
a show.
I want to go to the Monaco Grand Prix.
Oh my god! Oh my
I'm
god! You just
hoping if I
just
can
made
manage
my
it.
heart do stuff.
They need to do something like that in Dallas. They just changed the city's motto to "Things happen here" and things don't happen here. They need to do.
Well, you guys have the Circuit of the Americas now. So
Well,
not in
yeah,
Dallas,
and we have Texas Motor Speedway too, but we don't have any Grand Prix through the city or anything like that. I wish we did.
It was kind of funny though. I have to say, watching Trev's face when that
I
lady
saw
came
that.
up.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Shit.
actually looked down and saw Trev's face, and he was like this.
She were not bad, though.
What's that?
She were not bad. Hey, Maria, surprise Latinas are awesome.
Yeah, no, she just had a baby, and she looks like that. I hate her.
Okay, that's just evil.
Mm.
And that's just evil, right? And
This is you.
she's married to Matthew McConaughey.
Well,
Yeah.
fair
She
enough.
had
I think what
like
a
2 babies with
combination.
him before they got married, didn't she?
The
Yeah,
thing is, though, I mean,
right.
is it,
They have 3 children together, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a phenomenal-looking guy, isn't he? I mean, he's, you know what I mean? His body
He's
is
a
unbelievable.
phenomenal-looking man.
Yeah, so fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
I saw him hiking one day in Runyon Canyon.
Oh, you said, yeah.
With no shirt, of course, right?
No shirt, no. My girlfriend and I
As
were
if
walking.
I'd never wear a shirt if I had abs like that.
No, we were walking and we go, oh, wow, look at that guy. Who's that guy? Wow, look at his body, blah, blah, blah. And then we were, oh my God, that was Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
That was Matthew McConaughey. But he's not so tall.
Yeah. I'm dying to go to the Long Beach Grand Prix though. I have a friend that actually works for ABC News, and she in the year after I met her, she invited me, but I couldn't go. Then after that, I never got any more invites. You know.
Who's this? Who?
Huh?
Oh, for the Long Beach Grand Prix?
Yeah, I've never actually been to the race. I went to the practice on the Saturday, but I've never been to the race on Sunday.
You crazy? That's right down the street. What's wrong with you? It's right down the street.
Well, one year it was money. The next year it was time. This year I haven't gotten a ticket yet, and I think they're sold out.
What happened to Kempton? He had to go?
His video was out of sync, so he's probably refreshing.
Oh, okay. I think coming up we're going to hang out with... he's not there yet. Okay. I believe it's William Friedkin. I tried to get Camilla, but I don't even think they brought it to her attention. Yeah.
I like your shirt, Maria. Your blouse. That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Too much information, but my bra's falling off, so I can't. I gotta pull it.
Okay,
out.
no problem. Hey, so David Allen Greer couldn't make it, huh?
You know what? I don't know.
Kempton's back. Yay.
Here's
Kempton's back.
Kempton.
Hi, Kempton.
Coop.
I have to go do a hit here coming up soon, and then I will be back with... Oh, no, I guess I don't have a hit right now. Let me see. I'm going to go da-da-da, and then it's... Do you know that Kris Jenner is co-hosting today? Then William Friedkin, and then...
Yeah, I heard.
You know what? I don't think Famke is here to... Oh, no, sorry. False alarm. She's here. Okay, I'll be right back, okay, guys?
Okay. We'll talk amongst ourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves, or if you can persuade Tony to come tell you a story of his, then maybe he will. About his obnoxious... I'm sorry, I shouldn't say obnoxious. His flashy pen. His flashy pen!
It's what?
Nothing. She said nothing of note.
Come on, Tony, what?
I thought she said
heard
smooshy
something.
pants. I was like, wait a second, why is she saying smooshy pants?
No,
No, splashing pen or something.
that's not what she said. But since I'm not going to get into it, I see no reason to clarify.
Oh.
Are you guys excited about William Friedkin? Or I mean, are you big William Friedkin fans?
I am.
Well, I would say I'm a bigger fan of Famke Janssen. But yes.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Helio because I'm a
Well,
racist.
aside from you, Tony, you and Maria, of course.
Yes. I'm a huge fan of Tony and Maria, yes.
And,
Oh, yeah,
And-
I'm
and
also a fan of
Shaka.
Tony. But Tony won't give me his phone number because he's scared I might call him.
Yeah, Tony won't give me his phone number either. I'm just like, why?
Well, I think Kempton did his own investigate. Kempton is kind of a stalker. You guys don't realize.
Yeah, you got to watch out.
What I want to do,
He has stalking tendencies.
You gotta watch out for those really
Just
smart
go
Asian-
now.
yeah, but what I want to do is when I book my flight into LA, I want it to land at about 2 a.m. so that when it lands, I can jump out the plane, phone Tony, get Tony to pick me up and take me into work.
You can come. If you land, first of all, I don't think there are any flights landing at LA at 2 in the morning. But if you can persuade LAX to vary from whatever regulations it has to allow a plane that you're on to land there at 2 in the morning, I will guarantee you that I will personally pick you up and bring you to the station.
We might have to see what we can do then.
Let's see what FAA string you can pull.
I will personally pick you up in my Toyota Prius.
Tony, you gotta watch out.
Everywhere in a limo, Tony.
You gotta watch out for those smart Asian guys, Tony, like Kempton. He'll look up all your information. He'll exploit your social security number. He'll get.
He already has. I'm telling you. He blackmailed me basically into calling him, and I didn't feel like I had much of a choice.
Yeah.
So
the Asian brother is like putting pressure on the black brother, right? So.
Tony's half Asian himself, isn't he?
Yeah, you see when he smiles, his eyes close up,
Yeah.
What did you say, Trev?
I said you're half Asian yourself.
Well, you know what? People have certainly mistaked me for. I don't know. I'm a mutt, so I mean, I've never done that. Jimmy, have you done that DNA testing? Have you done that?
No, but I pretty much know. Like I said, I'm half Puerto Rican. I think my dad's dad was from Jamaica or something. My mom's from Barbados.
Jimmy, there's a lot more, I would imagine, to you than that. You just haven't.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Realized it.
Because Trev, I really do want to do the DNA swab test and send it in, because I bet I would not be surprised if I know there's Native American in me. I do know that. I have some of that, and they're basically Asian. But I don't know what else is I'm mixed with. But it wouldn't surprise me if I had a little bit of Chinese in me.
It would be nice to know. I've been thinking about it because people can never place me without me telling them, and then even when I tell them, they don't really.
You should do it too, Trev.
Trev should be like the poster boy for that thing.
Yeah.
Well, when I can spare £300, I will do. But it's not.
Oprah did the test, and she was actually amazed at all the different ethnicities that she was comprised of. I mean, she was Jewish. She was Jewish. She had a lot of different things, even though Jewish is more of a religion. But you know what I mean.
He kind of is.
But she had a lot of things going on, and I think a lot of American blacks do. I mean, because we're all mixed up,
Tony, those colors look great on you on camera, by the way.
Hmm?
Those colors look great on you on camera, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Lavender tie, shirt, and pocket square and stuff. So
but it's not. But it's not just. African American blacks. That I mean, everybody's kind of all mixed up. I mean, right? Everybody is. I mean, George, do you know what you are? I mean, if I looked at you, I would just say I see a white guy. But you probably have all kinds of things in you, right?
I have some human blood, yeah.
George, only some?
Yeah, dude.
And it's borrowed.
Well, Ayub, I know you have what? You have Indian. You have what else do you have going
on? South African, French, Scottish. Yeah, quite a few things.
Yeah. So see, and that's just for starters, right? I mean, those are the things you know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I think
about
there's some Middle Eastern in there as well somehow.
Yeah. Well, you could very. I mean, don't people think of you as being? I mean, if they see you, don't they think you're Middle Eastern?
A lot of them do. Yeah. A lot of people do.
Yeah, he gets issues on the flights and stuff. Yeah.
No, I've never had a problem getting on flights. This is one thing. I've never had a problem.
Oh,
because of England, or like in America?
Yeah, it's because I'm very, very British.
Yeah.
The accent.
Very proper. Very proper.
Nick, what about you? Nick, do you know everything that you're comprised of?
I know that I'm probably one of the bigger European mutts out there. Just about every European country, a little bit of Native American, but that's about it.
Yeah. And Kempton, we know you're Chinese, and
with Chinese we're very different. Like the parents, and then that lineage, and it's pretty Chinese. We don't get mixed in with.
I suspect you're a little bit Martian as well, but
the pointy ears.
All men are from Mars, not just Kempton. William Friedkin is, I believe, coming in.
We were just trying to, we were just talking about all the various. I'm good. All the various ethnicities that, that we're all comprised of, and I keep saying that I'm going to do that DNA swab test.
I do too. Let's do it together.
We should, because it's not.
Let's do it as a story, though.
That would be great. It's not that hard to do, and I mean, you can get these kits. I think if you buy
$300.
Well, I think $300 for the kit and the results, right? I think The whole thing is.
Some
The whole
tickets
thing.
are like $99, but then you want to get the full-on.
Yeah. You want to get
Go
The
check
all
it
the
out.
details. So I think
Full list.
totally like $300.
With the full list of the telephone numbers and the addresses and everything, you know.
Well,
Way.
Oh, for that, you just need to send one of your old water bottles to Kempton. He'll get all that for you.
Which is what Jimmy did, right? I mean, I said too much.
For all you know, we could be related.
You never know.
You could be. You very well could be. Wouldn't that be funny?
And you know, I'm just saying, Kempton. I'm just saying, Nick.
Go
just
for
saying.
it.
You go back far enough, we're all related.
Yeah.
Seriously, you know.
I've had a lot of Germans in my family. My grandmother and great aunt only spoke German until they started going into grade school. But they were born in South Texas, but they only spoke German. It was just
That's
a little
kind of
German.
interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. By the way, is your town going nuts with the explosion that took?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh, that has been driving me crazy. That's one of my favorite small towns in Texas that blew up.
West is?
Yes, because it's a
that's
little.
not far from Dallas. I mean, Dallas is the
70 to 80
largest,
miles.
Yeah, Dallas is the largest big city.
Actually, Waco is pretty huge, and it's just north of Waco.
I know it's just north of Waco. I never think of Waco as being a huge city, but I guess maybe it is.
It has some good stuff going on there, Baylor University and all that. But yeah, but West is a great little town. It was founded by Czech immigrants, so it's a little Czech settlement. And
really? Oh, that's
interesting. And you can find some of the best pastries.
Oh, Czech.
Yeah,
You said chefs.
no, Czechoslovakia. But yeah, you can find amazing antiques, pastries, all sorts of stuff there. It's just a great place.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, well, and so is that pretty much it? Is it pretty much a tourist town then? Would you say? I mean,
it's just a tight knit little community. Only 2,800 people in general, and a quarter of the town is gone. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's terrible.
I know. I've been looking at photos of the aftermath in the daylight, and it's just
Devastating. Yeah.
you know, you see things like nursing homes and middle schools and stuff that have just been obliterated. An apartment complex was leveled.
Have you guys talked about? I mean, it just seems really weird to me that it would happen in the same week as the bombings. Is it just coincidence that it was an accident?
It's just an April thing. The biggest disasters of the year happen in April. Seems like.
What?
Yeah, because the Branch Davidian compound in Waco happened.
That was in Waco. That was in Waco. Yeah.
That was in Waco. Oklahoma City bombing was in April. They've been saying that.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Take care.
Right. Talk later.
Well, to be continued.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Here we got going Friedkin.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
What's your name?
My name is Maria.
Oh, Maria,
Hi.
you're the hostess.
It's
Yeah, I
a
see you
pleasure
now
to meet
clearly.
you.
My pleasure.
This is
Hostess
Tony
from
McEwing.
Tony?
Tony's
Good to
our
meet you,
morning
Tony.
anchor and fellow Chicagoan.
Cool.
Fellow Chicagoan, yes.
Yes.
Where were you born?
I was born on the south side.
He's from the south side
I
of
was actually born in
Chicago.
Cook County Hospital. But I grew up on 64th,
This is crazy, I know. I don't like it
64th
either.
and Bishop.
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah, 64th and Face South Bishop. That's where I grew up. I went to Harper High School.
My wife lived near there.
Yeah.
My wife lived on the south side.
Yeah.
Makes-
And then I went to
this is
Northwestern
weird.
and
This is strange, isn't it? Hang on. Shall we? You want me to change it to the
No,
other?
I'll be all right.
went to
There
Northwestern
should
and
be
then-
a ring
There
down
should be. I know.
You went to Northwestern?
Yeah.
So did my wife.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. She
Really?
graduated from Northwestern.
Yeah.
And then went out to L.A.
Ah,
Well,
so we have a lot in common.
Absolutely.
Tony-
Every Chicagoan has a lot
Tony
in common.
threatens to go back there, but you know the weather. I love Chicago, but the weather in Chicago is just
the weather. That's
crazy.
the only thing I love
We left in a pouring rainstorm with lightning, so we were 2 hours late taking off because they don't let anyone on the tarmac when there's lightning.
When did you get back?
Last night about 7 o'clock.
There's
We were supposed to get in at 3:30.
Major delays today because of severe
And
thunderstorms.
sinkholes, big sinkholes. That's one of our stories.
The world is falling apart.
Yeah, they had to close some of the freeways. It happened on the south side of the lake. Yeah.
Son of a... We wouldn't have gotten back if I came today.
Yeah.
They
Well-
canceled flights.
Yes.
I'm glad that you came in yesterday instead, because then we wouldn't have had you in the hangout today.
Shall I look at you?
William, well, Mr. Friedkin.
You can call me Bill or Billy.
I can call you Billy.
Bill or
Wow,
Billy.
what an awesome treat. These are the fine people that we hang out with all the time.
This
In our
guy's
Google
wanted
Plus
by the
hangout.
police.
Yes, he is. In fact,
This
his
guy.
head is right there.
I see it. Yeah.
Wanted man.
What's
Yeah.
his number? Does he have a number?
His number is 42245. No.
Yeah.
Let me quickly introduce you to everybody here, Bill.
Okay.
By the way, it's a very casual, really informal hangout that we have
I
here.
wore my best clothes. No.
It's kind of a behind-the-scenes look at what we do. So
Okay.
it's a treat, because then we get to chit-chat with people from all over the world, fans.
Okay.
Let me quickly say hi to everybody. Hey, you guys, good morning. Look who is joining us. Award-winning
Good morning.
filmmaker,
Morning.
Hey,
William
man.
Bill Friedkin,
Good to see you.
coming in to talk about his memoir called The Friedkin Connection, and of course some of the other wonderful films that you have made over the years. Quickly, I want to introduce you to everybody here. This is Ayub. He's hanging out with us from Leicester, England.
Hello, Ayub.
We've got
Hello.
George, who is in Mountain View, California.
Hi, George.
Jimmy is in Koreatown here in Los Angeles.
Cool.
Bill.
Hampton is in Calgary, Canada.
Okay.
Nick is in Texas.
In prison, or is he?
No, he's in
on
his
parole now.
home.
Oh, okay.
And he's far from the explosions that have, I think, occurred last night.
Yeah, 70 miles
Thank
from him.
goodness, I know.
And this is
Trev,
Trev.
he is in Yorkshire,
Hi,
also
Trev.
in the UK.
Hi there.
And a
Mhm.
bunch of people are watching us online right now, so I do want to say hi to you. Hello, YouTubers, and hello, world.
Hi,
If
guys.
you have a comment or a question for Bill, please send it our way.
Let me ask, is this Skype? Or-
This, you know what? This is Google Plus.
Right. I'm
and-
on Google Plus.
Are
too.
you?
Yeah.
So, you,
So, yeah.
Oh, cool.
well,
I'm
we
on
need
Google
to tag,
Plus.
We need to tag him on this video. Google Plus is awesome. They have this thing called the Hangout on Air feature,
Right.
and it's basically our own broadcast tower, because we can broadcast to the world.
I know. It's amazing.
Fabulous.
God, it's come a long way since radio.
Isn't that wild?
Do you remember radio?
I don't, but Tony remembers
Well,
film. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Radio was.
No, I love yes,
Radio was no
yes.
inch television.
I used to sit next to the radio.
WGN. Well, I was in the mailroom, which was both radio and television.
Oh my God.
WGN in
That was,
Chicago.
of course,
It's a
you know,
famous
anyone
station in
from Chicago,
Chicago,
WGN is
WGN.
everything.
World's greatest newspaper. That's what it stands for.
Well, it's all over the country. I mean, we have it here on our DirecTV.
Yeah, the station, sure.
So you guys, listen. If you don't know William Friedkin,
Then
Bill
get the
Friedkin,
hell
then
outta
you
here.
need to do a little googling and some research, because some of the best movies. I mean, two all-time favorite movies. Of course, you are synonymously known. The Exorcist, we're talking about, The French Connection, and now have written your memoir.
Right.
Let's talk. You guys, I know, have some questions, so I'll get to that in just a second. But let's talk about, first of all, your book.
Okay.
This is the first book you've written?
It's
This is
the only
it's
book
the only
I've ever
book.
written. It took me 3 years to write. I wrote it in longhand in moleskin books.
Uh-huh.
And there's a, hey,
You
Steve,
better be good
Oh,
at it.
we can't go on meeting like this.
I hope you get on here.
I know. Is the
Okay.
Well,
president
that's why
still
I'm
talking?
keeping.
How's he
I'm
doing?
warming him up for you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the
yeah.
president still
He's,
talking?
he's still. Yeah, he's
That'll
right
be
there.
a couple of more days, and then we'll be on. Okay.
Um,
Good to see you, Steve.
yeah, we're doing a whole renovation of our set.
I see that.
So we're out here for today.
Cool.
So you wrote everything in longhand.
Right. Took me 3 years, and I wanted to call the book Coal Miner's Daughter, but
That's
that
taken.
title was taken. Yeah. So I call it the Friedkin Connection.
Which is
instead.
not taken. Yes.
It's taken now. If any of you guys want to write the Friedkin Connection, forget about it. You know,
Oh,
it's not gonna
darn.
happen.
Well, I just have to quickly share my Exorcist story. I did see it in a movie theater. I think I was about 6 years old when it came out, and I don't know what my mother was thinking by letting us go see
I don't
this.
either.
But we did go see it, and it's still it scares the bejesus out of me when I see this movie. And
So to speak.
yes,
Right.
yes, so to speak. So I love that, and we'll get into that in a moment. But you guys have some questions, yes?
Make
For
them
Billy?
good and make them controversial.
Be fabulous, Jimmy. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I have to tell you that I love The Exorcist, of course, because everybody did, and The French Connection was absolutely awesome. I have to ask you, what was it like to set up the logistics for filming the car chase scene in that film?
Well, Jimmy, I didn't have any permits to do anything. I just did it. In those days, the film commission in New York wasn't too much. You had to bribe guys who had a business here or there to shoot in front of their place. But we just went out, and for the main shots of that chase scene, we drove the car 90 miles an hour through big city traffic. We blew right through red lights, and that's what you see on film. I wouldn't do that today. I don't recommend you guys try this at home.
I do want you to tell the story because I have heard you in an interview about how you're talking about bribing people. You couldn't do that today, but how you were able to chase the train and what you had to do, is that a real
Yes,
first of all,
that's a true
is this
story.
a true story? How you bribed this guy?
Well, he was
of
the
authority?
head of the transit authority.
And what happened?
Well, he told us it would be almost impossible to get on an elevated train and do what I wanted to do. And so my producer and I thanked him, and we stood up to leave. He said, "Where are you guys going? Come here." I said,
Well, you said you couldn't. We couldn't do the
You
movie.
said it
Wink,
would be
wink.
almost impossible.
Right.
He said, I didn't say impossible. And so my producer said, well, how much is it worth? And the guy said, $40,000 and a one-way ticket to Jamaica. And I said, well, why a one-way ticket? He said, because if I let you film what you just told me, I'm going to be fired, and I want to retire in Jamaica. And he was fired, and I hope he's living happily ever after.
Brilliant.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Does that? But I guess like you said, that's kind of how they made movies back then.
I don't know of
Deals.
anyone else who did that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I'm
Not
from New York, so
be-
I know what it's like driving underneath the elevated trains there. I'm from New York, so I know. And so to see that being filmed, to watch that scene, it's just mind-blowing.
You live in Brooklyn? That's where we filmed it. You know,
Well, I'm from the
Stillwell
Bronx,
Avenue-
but, you know, the elevated train, the 4 train, and, you know.
It was the Stillwell Avenue line. That
Oh,
we-
yeah, I know that line, yeah.
Do you tell this story in the book? Obviously. You go
Yeah,
through all
sure.
those-
Oh, yeah, I don't mention his name
Right.
because I don't want him to... Well, I guess the statute of limitations passed,
yes.
Maria.
Yeah, I think he'll be okay somewhere in Jamaica.
Cheers.
Captain, yes, go ahead. What's your question?
Yeah, my question is that Bill, you won the Academy Award for Best Director with French Connection so early in your career. Did that change you, the film that you picked to make, or did that? Yeah, what was the effect for you on you?
Well, you know what it did to me, Kempton? It made me more arrogant. That's all. I won the Academy Award.
You were very young.
I was very young. It was much too early in my career. I thought The French Connection was a good film, but I never thought I was going to win an Academy Award.
Really?
Oh, absolutely not. I thought The Exorcist would win many, and we won 2. But I thought The Exorcist would. We were nominated for 10, and I wasn't surprised.
I read also that after you won the Academy Award, you went to see a therapist for the first time in your life.
And one day.
And one day.
Because I was unhappy. And and a friend of mine said, this should be the happiest day of your life.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to send you this great psychiatrist. I'd never been to psychiatry. I went to see this guy, and he said, sit down and just talk. And I started talking, and everything I said, he wrote down on a yellow pad. He never looked at me. And pretty soon I just started to lie to him. Because I didn't know this guy. I didn't want to. What the hell am I going to talk to him about? And 50 minutes went by, and he said, would you like to come back? I said, yeah, I'll have my assistant make an appointment. That was about 60-some years. No, I mean, that was in 1974.
Yeah.
Three.
That's amazing. Some amazing stories in your book. Ayub, yes, do you have a question? Go ahead.
Well, you're famously known for saying that by the time a film makes it into the theaters, you have a love-hate relationship with it. There's always something you could have done to make it better. Now, considering, in my view, The Exorcist was pretty much a perfect film, what do you remember that you would have changed between you finishing the movie and it hitting the theaters?
Ayub, now it is it's 40 years later, and I don't think I would really change a thing. I don't think I could do it any better. Some other of my films, there are changes I would have made, but not to that one.
What's the biggest change of any movie that you'd want to make?
Well, I think I would change the ending of The French Connection if I was doing it today. Yeah.
Well, you could still get Gene Hackman looks exactly the same.
No, he doesn't. He's retired. Gene
doesn't
lives in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Yes,
He's been retired for many
Yes.
years, and he doesn't
love
want
him.
to come back. He's a
Yes.
great actor,
Great
one of
actor.
America's great actors.
George, you have a question. Go ahead.
Hi, George.
Hi. Bill, I have a question about how you pick the music. For example, in The Sorcerer, you used Tangerine Dream, and how you came up with that. I thought it was brilliant, personally.
Thank you,
but,
George. Well, I heard the Tangerine Dream in an abandoned church in the Black Forest of Germany about 2 years before I made before I made Sorcerer, and that was 1975. And I heard this incredible 3 guys who filled the church, and there were no lights on, only the lights of their electronic instruments. And it was a new sound then. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I listened to them at that venue for about 3 hours. And afterwards, I met with them and said, look, as soon as I get my next film ready, I'm going to send you a copy, and I'd like you to write the music for it. And that's how that came about. I had never heard of them before that night.
That's so neat. That's fantastic. Questions from Kempton. Go ahead, Kempton.
Jimmy has a question first, right?
I can let Kempton go.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're so polite.
You guys are so
They're
nice
so
to
polite.
each other. Why can't the world get along?
Okay, you go first. Go ahead, Kempton.
Okay. Yeah, Bill, I understand that if I'm not mistaken, you started your career doing some documentaries. If you are going to do documentaries again, what subject would you be doing one on?
Well, Kempton, I actually started in live television.
News.
Well, everything.
Everything?
I did quiz shows, children's shows, variety shows, news programs, the Chicago Cubs baseball games, the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. But I started in the mailroom right after high school and worked my way up. There were no schools where you could learn how to do this stuff. You took an entry-level job and worked your way up. So I must have done over 1,000 live TV shows before I made a documentary about a young African-American who was on death row. And the film saved his life. And he had been...
Is this the same person that... Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you feel like maybe he was guilty after all?
No,
That's
in my book, Maria, you're right. I
okay.
say it's possible that he was guilty, but that didn't matter to me at the time. He had been rehabilitated. He was on death row for 9 years, and I didn't think he deserved to die. You know? Now, at that time, I did believe he was totally innocent, that the Chicago police had beaten a confession out of him, because that's what they did. If you were a young black man in Chicago in that period, you might be rounded up as one of the usual suspects if it was an African-American crime. So that's what happened to him, and I learned how to make a film by doing that documentary. Today, there's so many things to make documentaries about, and almost all the ones I've seen recently are just great. They're much better made than my film.
Jimmy, do you have a question?
Well, actually, that's kind of where I was leading to with my question. With the advent of special effects and new filming techniques and permits, would you ever consider doing like a shot-for-shot remake of any of your other films, like The Exorcist or
No.
French Connection?
Oh no, I wouldn't go there. What would the point in that be, Jimmy? I did that, been there, done that. You know what
Well,
I'm
there's a
saying?
new generation that might not have seen it. You know what I mean?
Well, they can still see films I made 40 and 50 years ago because of DVD
Yeah.
and Blu-ray and streaming.
Right.
And often, well, like The Exorcist is
It's
being re-released
yes,
this year
that's right.
in
Oh, okay.
theaters. And the first screening will be October 30th at the Smithsonian Institute.
Wow.
And then in Washington. Then it's going to go to theaters around the country and then the world.
I want to
Amazing.
speak a little bit about some of the effects that Jimmy was talking about. You know, today there's so much at your disposal as a filmmaker. Back then, you don't have all the CGI and all the effects that we have today. And does that take away, do you think, somehow
No.
from filmmaking today? Because, I mean, back in the 70s, film was celebrated. It's looked back on as, you know, the art of filmmaking.
It's
at that time.
overrated.
Is it overrated?
It's
Do you think
overrated.
it is?
There were, as today, there were good films then and horrible films. There were films that made people want to get their money back in those days. If I had made any of my films today, say French Connection, Exorcist, To Live and Die in L.A., any of them, today, I would use CGI.
But the intensity of that of the car, it just, I don't know, it's different knowing that back then it was not CGI. You were
They didn't have it.
No, they didn't.
Someone
but
was
that's
there.
what I mean. I mean, now it's different because we know you're not really racing down the street, perhaps going to injure all those people. You know, it's just there's just a different feeling of,
Yes.
of reality.
But Maria, film is the art of illusion. You know, you believe it's a three-dimensional image inside of a two-dimensional frame. Now they have 3D as well, which I don't much
I
care
was going
for.
to ask you how you felt about
Because the art of film is the illusion of three-dimension within a two-dimensional frame. And like a painting. You look at a great painting and you see landscape and people and boats or whatever, and you believe, if it's well done, that that is what it is. And that's the artist at work.
Well, I love what I read about how you work with actors, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But Ayub, yes, go ahead.
Hi, you.
This
Hi.
guy's brilliant.
Just regarding Jimmy's question, if you were going to make another movie today, what subject matter would you like to handle?
Boy, I'm looking at 3 scripts now, and I'm not sure which of those I will do. But whatever I do, Ayub, it's got to have an edge to it. It's got to deal with good and evil in the same person, which I believe is the way it is. I don't believe in superheroes or super evil geniuses like Hannibal Lecter. I don't buy that stuff.
That's interesting
I just
to
heard
me.
a bell.
Yeah, that's just my
Oh.
little thing. Are you okay on time? I know that they have just come
I'm
out of the
okay.
president. Okay, I don't want to monopolize. too
No,
much of
no
your
problem. It's a pleasure to talk to these guys.
But-
The questions are good. I'd like to have a question
Time. From
on the other side, but
yes.
no, I don't know what subject I'm going to do next. My films have a way of finding me.
You don't have a penchant or a. I feel like the darkness. You're kind of drawn to. No, that's not the darkness of.
Well, good and evil, but I'll tell you, I wish I had made some of the MGM musicals. Those are my favorite films.
What?
Singing in the
Really?
Rain.
Really?
Singing in the Rain, American in Paris, Gigi, The Bandwagon. When I came into film as a director, that's what I wanted to do. But that music was gone. Rock and roll had come in. And Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, Ann Miller, Sid Charisse, gone. And the American musical of the 50s, the 40s and 50s, is a memory.
Well,
But that's what I would have loved to have done.
Well, Les Miserables was.
I didn't care for
You
that.
didn't care. Oh,
No, I didn't buy it. Not compare. Whoever wrote that isn't Gershwin or Richard Rodgers or some of the great songwriters of the golden age of American music.
It's interesting to hear that that's what you would have liked to have
That's
done.
just my taste.
Yeah, Trev, do you really have a question?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's if it's already been asked. I'm going to say, do you feel, is there a film in you that you feel you've yet to make? You know, like your ultimate crowning film, or have you already made it?
I hope so. God, I hope so. If I have to go out on just the stuff I've made, I will consider myself a total failure. You know, now that I've learned how to do it, I'm probably too old to do some of that stuff again. But no, I still have aspirations to make a better movie than the ones I've made.
And on that note, which actors would you want to work with, or does that matter? Because I know there are some directors that really want to work with.
I can't name one.
Not one.
Only some that are dead. And maybe if I get to the big sound stage upstairs, I'll be able to work with Humphrey Bogart.
Really? Oh, just some people I know that watch this because they're aspiring directors, they're aspiring actors.
They're perspiring, you say?
And that too, probably. But they want to know what the magic combination is. What is it that you look for when you bring people
what
into
gets
your
you to
films?
be able to be a filmmaker?
That, and what do you look for in an actor and a performer?
Intelligence. The main quality. If I think the actor is right physically for the role, the actor or the actress, I mean, I don't want like a 24-year-old woman to play a 92-year-old woman. I'd rather get a 80 or 90-year-old woman. But the quality I look for most is intelligence. I never audition actors.
Really?
Never. I just go on instinct. And so I look, and when I say intelligence, I mean when I talk to them, when I first meet them, it has to appear to me that they have an understanding of the material and their part in it. And if I think they're right physically, I will cast them after maybe a meeting of no more than 1 or 2 minutes.
Wow. Wow.
Now, everyone doesn't work that way.
No, absolutely not.
But you know, if any of you are actors, you know how nervous it is to audition.
It's a whole other animal.
Right. You're auditioning.
It's a different skill set, I think.
Yeah. And if I meet like an actor and actress, they come in for a role, and I'm not going to use them. I don't keep them there or jerk them around or have them read or something. I'll just thank them and talk to them for a while and say goodbye.
Because you famously, I think, directed an actor about a certain kind of emotion that you wanted to get from them, and you slapped them.
Oh, I did that 4 times over a 40-year career. They're calling me out, guys.
Okay, darn it. Okay.
If you want to come back, I'll come back. It's up to you.
Depends.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hey, everybody! Thanks for those great
Well,
questions.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great to see you, Bill.
Yay.
God bless.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
Thank you, Joe.
Nice one. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Sorry for the abrupt.
Appreciate it.
No, I know. No one.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
Wow, that was
Another someone that I've never know much before, and I love him. It's great.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd ever seen his face.
No.
Well, I haven't, especially since now that he's gotten older. I mean, I've seen his IMDb page with his younger picture, but I haven't seen him since he's been older, you know. But that was awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Did we lose sound?
Okay.
No, we didn't lose sound.
I'm looking for Famke, and let's see if she's around.
Hey, Maria, I have a question.
Yes.
Have you ever considered doing a movie or anything like that yourself?
I would love to. I was getting at that. I was going to say, well,
Bro, fix me.
I mean, not just like a newscaster in a film. I mean, like an actual role.
Removal, by the way. So I apologize for the abrupt removal of Billy.
Yeah, he has to go on stage, on set.
Yeah. But I mean, like an actual role, not just as a newscaster in a film. I mean, like an actual role.
I would love to. I would love to.
Any particular type of movies?
This is the thing about acting, and I think that there's never a cut off, right? Because movies are always going to want. There's so many stories that it doesn't have to be a young person. You know what I mean? It's for everyone, right?
Right.
Whether you're young or old. Sure, there's fewer and fewer parts as you get older, but I don't know. Maybe when I'm, having some extra time, I would love to pursue it. Acting was my first passion. I just, that's what I thought I wanted to do. and then I got detoured, and here I am. But I love this too, so it's fine.
Well, you get to act on here too, and on this, so this is
Well, this is. I mean, acting's a whole nother level. I mean, you're embodying.
You being someone else,
character,
right?
you're
Yeah.
being someone else.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
this is easy. This is I'm being Mary. So
Any type of movies, like sci-fi or drama, anything, or
Comedy.
Comedy.
comedy's hard. Comedy's very hard.
timing and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but come on, Maria, you did that thing with
Maria,
with the rude weather girl and
Yeah.
oh, that's right. I forgot about my little Acme stage play that Tony.
I mean that was brilliant comedy. That was fantastic.
Well, the thing is, though, I think it was. I mean, it was funny, but it was more shocking than I was.
Yeah, see, it was more
To hear
shocking
that come out of your mouth was it was awesome. I loved it.
Of course you love it. Yes, dog.
Listen, yeah, I like that when people say that it's not ladylike, which I suppose it's not, but people don't like it when women
not
swear
ladylike
like that.
when you do it all the time.
It really does it for me. I really like it. It's yeah, especially if it's got a Spanish tint to it.
Trev,
Bobby,
you're
what are you
basically
talking about there, Bobby?
Hold on, Trev, you're just telling us you're a sub.
A what?
Submissive.
Oh no, I'm not submissive. I mean,
You like being told you're a naughty boy.
No. I don't. I like as if I don't like that dressing up in leathers and stuff. No, that's not. I like it when a woman swears. I just think it sounds hot. That's,
Okay.
What are you talking about there, Bobby?
Sorry, I just had to go there. It was...
No, I don't. Oh, come on, we're on air. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah. Is that Famke? Oh, there she is. She is so tall. It's ridiculous. I don't know if you can see that far, but it's hard with
Something
the
like
One in pink.
263.
Is she in pink? Or pink or red?
Yes, it's like a pink. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
See that.
It's not you. It's not you. It's chaos.
So
I'm
her
gonna-
first name, is it
For a second.
Famke or
Famke.
Famke, not Famke?
No, not Fan Geek.
Famke.
I mean, from Bond girl to
Oh,
Jean
yeah.
Grey.
Oh, what was her Bond girl's character?
In
Sir,
GoldenEye.
Bond
She was in
girl's name-
GoldenEye.
She used to kill. She used to
She
kill
was in
people having sex
GoldenEye.
with them.
Yes. I forget her name. It's
The
I
Bond girl.
wrote it.
Hold on, I'll get it.
The Bond girl.
No,
She was
you
called.
can-
She was called Xenia Onatop. That was
That's the one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was her name on James?
Yeah.
Xenia
Onatop, because she used to
Onatop.
go on top, didn't she?
Xenia on a top.
Was
Yeah.
it Pierce Brosnan? Which Bond
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
and
the one.
Tony. Wasn't he
All right, guys,
interesting though?
take care. He was great.
Wasn't he
See you, Tony.
great?
He was great.
Xenia and
I could talk to
Natalia.
him for
But you
a
know
long
what?
time.
But can I just say this? And I'm not saying it just because I'm from Chicago. He's a typical Chicagoan.
So warm.
That really is the kind of attitude we have in
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yes.
If you want to see a quintessential Chicagoan, you just saw it in William Friedkin.
Well, that's the thing, Tony.
Mhm.
I know two people from Chicago, if you include him, you and him, and you're both nice guys, and really outgoing nice guys. And
That's who we are. That you saw. That's what you get in Chicago. That really is what you get.
He's like a superstar. He's also married to Sherry Lansing, who was the head of Paramount.
Wow.
For a time. Yes, she.
Very
Was,
That's wow. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, he has been in the business for a long time and really successful too.
very successful and quite down to earth. Hi.
Yeah.
What's going on? No, please come. This is Erica. You guys have met Erica, our wonderful producer.
Hello,
Hi,
Erica.
Erica.
Hi.
Andrew's gonna go home because he's coming back tonight. So I'm gonna set up your 10. Will you quickie?
I
will.
need coffee.
I'm actually about to talk to Jean Grey. Oh my goodness, I'm freaking out right now.
I've got work at 6 o'clock, and but I'm not. I'm just going to be late.
You're not gonna miss this.
Okay, he's on the set right now. I wish I could hear what they're talking about. See, I love that we warmed him up for them. You know.
And he wanted to come back as well. Quality.
Did.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
remem-
He's a great guy. Yeah.
I tell you what I loved the most. It was you introduced me, and then Every time I asked a question, he addressed me by name. He remembered my name from the introduction. It was just
Isn't
brilliant.
it great?
Really
Those and I love how, like he was saying, he doesn't audition. He interviews you for your intelligence, and he'll get a feeling for whether you'll be right for the role or not. Because any director, that's what I mean. He's old school. Any good director can direct you for that part, right?
Yeah, you have to be able to take the direction.
You look the part, and you have the intelligence for the material. That's what he's trying to say.
And be able to take
basically,
direction.
well, you see, he basically trusts that people can act as long as they understand the character that they're trying to portray, and that's what he looks for. He looks for them to be able to understand the character.
Right.
And that is a brilliant way to do it.
He was 32 when he won his Academy Award.
Yeah, and he was,
if not the second youngest to win an Academy Award for art directing.
Yeah, and he was very frank, right? It was like his answer was he became very arrogant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great guy.
In his book, because I had heard another interview about him about this book. I mean, it's like 40 years in the business. You know, he's got to have some dirty, juicy stuff in there, right? But I think he's tempered it with. I mean, I think he's a stand-up classy guy, so he's not going to go into like the real nasty stuff. But could you imagine? Yeah, right. But could you imagine? Really, I was going to ask him about that. So when you're gone, maybe you can release that.
that portion, Appendix A.
Yeah. I swear to God, she is 6'3". She's got to be 6'3" in those heels because she's taller than our producer. I just saw walk by. Wow. Okay.
Jean Grey. Woo.
Who? Oh, that movie. What is that?
She's only a half an inch shorter than me. Good Lord.
She's on a show called Hemlock Grove. I don't know what network that's on.
Oh, that's a new show. I've been seeing the thing on the bus stops for that. It's got like a wolf's face with a hand sticking out of it. It looks really creepy.
Really? I don't know what that's.
Yeah, it's at all the bus stops all around LA.
Oh, okay.
She's here to promote what thing?
She's here to promote a show called Hemlock Grove.
Hemlock Grove. Okay,
I have to look it up.
Ooh, that looks like fun.
Oh yeah, I see the link.
I see the poster. That looks like fun. That's my kind of TV.
Woo for something and then a hand from.
Oh, it's Netflix. It's a Netflix horror series.
Oh, interesting.
Bill Skarsgård. Who is that?
Bill Skarsgård. He's from True Blood.
I thought his name was.
Yes, right. That's right.
Yeah.
And Dougray Scott.
Eric from True Blood.
What else?
Eli Roth directed it.
Dougray Scott's in it as well.
Yeah. Welcome to Hemlock Grove. Please die carefully.
Nice.
This is why I'm glad I've got a Netflix subscription because I'm going to be watching this. This looks like fun.
So the guy from True Blood plays her son. Okay. So this is based on a book.
It looks like it might be a werewolf type thing, but I'm also thinking whether it's going to be have more of a Twin Peaks vibe.
Yeah, that's what it looks. That's what it's looking like to me from the picture.
Yeah, it's looking like a Twin Peaks kind of vibe. It's going to be one of those. You're not going to know until the very end as to what exactly happened.
Wow, looks good here.
And even that with Twin Peaks at the very end, you still weren't sure.
Wait, I don't see. No, I don't know if that's the guy from True Blood. I have to look now. I know the last name's Skarsgård.
No, that is him.
Oh, Ayub, I wanted to show you something today, which Shaka forgot to bring me.
Oh no, you're right. It's not the guy from True Blood.
It's not.
No, there's Skarsgård and Sarsgaard.
Okay.
Oh, come on, guys. You got to get that different. Skarsgård, Skarsgård with 1 A, Skarsgård with 2 A's. I mean, really.
So what were you going to show me, Maria?
I was gonna show you something, but I need it from Shaka to bring it to me.
Shaka.
Yes.
I believe you need to bring something to Maria.
Sir,
Why-
I have no idea what she is speaking
Why
about.
is Jimmy here twice? That's odd.
Because Jimmy hung.
Got to be here twice.
That's what I used to say about Mahi Mahi when I used to do my Hawaii tours.
So
Because I used to
myself
be a
to say
tour
twice?
guide. I'd be like,
Mahi
okay,
Mahi.
for dinner tonight you'll be eating Mahi Mahi. It's so good. We had to name it.
I agree.
Okay, it's 9:45 and it's happening again.
What is happening again?
It's like way late.
Yes, it is. Not the same as being way late, but
Yes, way late.
Like
I mean,
weigh-in's way late.
there's a connection. There's
Yes, Wayans waylaid yesterday, and that was hilarious.
Way late.
Oh boy.
That was insane, right? We didn't even talk about that, you guys. They were
They were
Marlon.
rolling on the
Marlon
ground.
was rolling and doing what in the world was he? Kicks, fly kicks, and
Actually, Shaka, have you edited that and put it up yet? Because
Oh,
I need
yeah,
to reshare the whole hangout. I don't want to.
Oh no, I haven't condensed it yet, which I'm going to do today.
Yeah, I need you to do that because that hangout you can't just cover in a single kind of picture, a single frame. No way. The whole thing has to go out there.
Yeah. I can't help but every time I see Famke Jensen on there, I want to go,
Famke.
Gene!
it's Famke.
Yes, Famke.
Yeah, it's Famke.
I'm calling her Famke. No, I'm
It's
just playing.
Famke.
And it's Janssen, isn't it?
Janssen, yes.
And the guy's name from True Blood is Alexander Skarsgård.
Okay.
That's what I said. Oh, yes, you're right.
Are there
Yes.
Vikings fans in here, speaking of Skarsgårds?
Huh?
Any Vikings fans? And I don't mean the football team.
Oh yeah.
Or the American football team, for those
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that show. My son loves that show. That show is a good show.
The Vikings.
Yeah, on
What is
History
it on?
Channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's getting off the set. Shaka, you might have to, depending on where I am in the rundown.
Jump in, yeah.
I'm sure Shaka won't mind.
I'm sure he's gonna want me to jump out.
Yeah. He may want to go on the top.
Oh.
Captain.
I don't know.
Amazonian mind is sneaking in again.
If I could choose a way to
Gina
die,
on the top.
Yes, Trev.
Okay, so who's got questions for Famke?
Me.
I just want to watch.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Someone has an audio
Question,
that's
question.
up. No? Is it me? No, it's someone there that has audio that's up that I can hear.
Jimmy, right? I think Jimmy.
James.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the wife. She's
Oh, I can
Yeah.
hear her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I muted you. Oh, Famke is, of course, speaking to you.
no problem.
Billy is talking to Famke. Famke Janssen.
Oh.
Here they come. Here they come to save the day. Come on, Heather. She's getting her hair fixed. I look okay? I look okay, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness gracious. Now is not the time to catch up with other people.
Oh.
But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's that I can just tell her she's got to come over here.
Get her to come over here first, and then
Then chit-chat.
chit-chat.
Yes, you have one more appearance, and then you've got time for chit chat.
Oh, no, now they're taking photos. That
Oh, they're treating you like not a big deal.
You bring her.
We're like the ugly
Capture.
stepchild.
No. Save the best for last.
Last stop out the door.
But yes, they could, not waste so much time.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Here she comes. Okay, now she's gonna be a lot taller than me. Lift my chair up.
Maria. Hi, Maria.
Hi,
How
raced
are
by
you?
in the
I
hallway
know.
Earlier.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
And we're dressed in the same color.
I love it. We totally match. It's Red
I love
Thursday.
this microphone.
It's our little microphone, and this is our little camera up here, Famke. I hope I'm saying that correctly.
Yes, you are.
Really?
Very good.
Famke?
It's been butchered for a long time, so.
Really? Well, look at you. You look amazing. It's a very casual, informal hangout, by the way.
Cool.
They told you, yeah. Okay. Hey, you guys. Good morning to you. Look who's here. Famke Johnson.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
From a new show that is on Netflix now. It's called Hemlock Grove, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But first, I want to quickly introduce you to everybody here in the hangout. This is Trev. He's hanging out with us from England.
Hi there.
Nick is in Texas. Kempton is in Calgary, Canada.
Hi,
Jimmy
Famke.
is here in Koreatown.
Hello, Famke.
George is in Mountain View, California.
Hey,
And
Famke.
Ayub is in Leicester. He's in
Hi.
England as well. And we
Where's
have-
New York City? We're not represented.
New York's not here today. I
Okay.
know. Yesterday
New
we had
York.
somebody from New York. Jimmy's originally from New York, so
Okay.
that's cool. We do have a lot of people watching online as well, so I want to say hi to you guys on YouTube. Hi, YouTubers. Please like us, thumbs up, and share the links. Thank you. And if you have a question, just tag me or anyone in the Hangout. I will get it to Famke. Okay? So let's talk about these awesome posters that we're seeing all over town. That we're thinking is really hot of
Yes.
you and Hemlock Grove. This is a kind of a dark story, right? Horror.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't just simply say it's horror. I don't think it does it justice. It has a sort of Twin Peaks-esque feel
That's
to
what
it.
we were just talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
And it's very much sort of a murder mystery in the way that Twin Peaks was set in a small town in America. A murder happens, various people or whatever, we're not sure what or who is behind it. And then there's all these various characters that you learn about over the 13 episodes. It's really intriguing and fun.
I know that you guys know Famke's history and have some questions for her. So where should we start, you guys? Who's got the first one? Ayub, go ahead.
Hi. Just want to say it's an honor to meet you and talk to you. And I mean, going from Bond to a much more, shall we say, intelligent and powerful role such as Jean Grey, how's the transition from that to this going?
Well, it's been such an interesting transition over the years. I've now been acting for about 20 years and over 40 some roles. So there have been various transitions over the years in all different genres, all different, I've done a little bit of television with Nip Tuck. I've done independent movies, with Woody Allen, Robert Altman, you name it. I've done bigger studio films like the X-Men movies or GoldenEye or whatever. So it's sort of been a little bit of everything. And now it's the first time I've done something in this new way of airing, or I guess we're not supposed to call it airing, premiering things.
Talk about that model, because it is a different kind of model that, I mean, as a performer, I'm sure you're not used to, but for us as the consumer, it is different. I prefer it the way that Netflix and all these different mediums now are coming up. What did you think when you first heard about it?
When I first heard about it, when I was approached for it, it was based on a novel, so it was already a good idea. You got a good sense of what this story was going to be. And then House of Cards had just gone into production. So
Kevin Spacey. Yeah.
Kevin Spacey,
It's
David Fincher.
Phenomenal numbers. That
It's just the series. It was just so classy, the group of people involved, that I thought just to be mentioned in the same breath as David Fincher, I'll say yes, because that alone is worth it. And it's really the way that people are viewing things right now. I mean, you on Netflix or any other streaming, you can watch things whenever, however you want. So it's really clearly the way of the future.
It is. It's here. Jimmy, did you have a question? Go ahead.
Yes. I'm just freaking out that I'm actually talking to Jean Grey.
You're not talking to Jean Grey.
You're talking
to Famke.
Okay, Famke. But you've been acting, you say, 20 years or so. What was it like? What do you take from other actors such as Gary Oldman and Patrick Stewart and and Liam Neeson. What do you get from working with them? Like, what is it like working with them?
So incredible. I actually haven't worked with Gary Oldman, but I've worked with the others that you just mentioned, and it's just. I feel like I've been so privileged over the years to have worked with Robert De Niro and Matt Damon and Michael Douglas and Woody Allen and like all these incredible people. Where you just I'm a little, well, not so little, but I come from a little town in Holland, so just being in the United States and being able to be part of this business and having had these incredible opportunities, I'm just grateful.
Trev, go ahead.
Just a little bit. I'm a Trekkie, and the first time I saw you was in Star Trek: The Next Generation. I fell in love with you then, right then. I thought you were one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. But that's not my question. My question is, when I didn't realize that was one of your first roles, and for that being one of your first roles to be head to head on camera with, because it would basically a one-on-one with Patrick Stewart, who is a phenomenal actor. Yes. How did you? Do you know what I mean? How did you handle that kind of?
He actually gave me the best tip because it was one of my first roles, and he said, "You're supposed to only look in one of my eyes, not in both of them, because my eyes."
Is that true? I have no idea.
I was very much in the beginning of my career, so yeah, I'd never forgotten that. And then, of course, years later, we worked together. We worked together again on the X-Men franchise. So yeah, he's lovely. I've really been blessed with the kinds of actors I've worked with. We've been so kind in supporting Liam. I love Liam Neeson.
You guys just got a tip for those of you aspiring actors. So you only look at
in one of the eyes.
One of the eyes. I always wondered about how you can be so focused when I see it on the big screen. Okay, that's a good tip. Kempton, go ahead.
Yeah, Femke, I love you. I mean, it's my honor to meet you too. I want to ask you. You said you have 20 years of experience as an actress. Yep. How does that help you in your directing efforts? Your directorial debut was in 2011, right? What was it like for you?
Bringing Up Bobby is the movie I wrote and directed and produced, and it really helped. There's a whole history, obviously, of actors who've gone from acting to directing or do both, and it just helps because as an actor, you're on set. And you're really able to learn from every single person and department because you deal with the director, with the cameraman, you see how the set is lit, you're talking to production designer, costume designer, you see how a production office functions. So I really feel that I've been in the best film school for 20 years. So my directorial debut, even though I had so many things that were overwhelming, we had 20 days to shoot. We were shooting in Oklahoma. It was 105-degree Fahrenheit weather, every single day. So there were many hurdles, but at least the on-set experience I've had for so long that I wasn't thrown by it in the way that I've seen sometimes having worked with first-time directors who come from film school who just don't have that kind of on-set experience. So it was fantastic to have.
I did notice that you were speaking to Billy Friedkin.
Yes,
out there.
Huge fan of his.
You met before today?
No, I never met him before, and I've been a huge fan. What an amazing director.
Are there directors that you sort of look up to,
yes.
or
some of whom are dead, like Hal Ashby was one of my all-time favorite directors, and Kubrick. But Terrence Malick is still one of them, and the Coen brothers, and David O. Russell, I think, is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I have a whole stable of people, and I admire just all those filmmakers from the 1970s so much.
See, the 70s, we talked about the celebration of that era of filmmaking. Who did I miss? Ayub? Yes, go ahead.
I just going on from the tip that you got from Patrick Stewart. I mean, now in your new show, there's quite a few young actors. Have you had a chance to pass on the tip, or what advice did they ask you for?
No, nobody ever asked me for any advice, to be honest with you. And I would never presume to give any, because I really never find that is my place to tell anybody what to do. So no, they were perfectly capable. They're incredible actors. They did amazing. And the good thing about doing 13 episodes in one go, or 13 one-hour movies, or whatever you want to call it, is that you get so much experience. So for them, I never had that when I started acting, that you literally for 13 hours all of a sudden are on, in a show or a movie or that long with that much time on a set. So it's great for them. I wish I'd had that.
I wish I have your voice.
Oh,
I
thank
love
you.
it. Isn't it so deep and sexy? Thank you guys. Listen, I have to let Famke go. The show is called Hemlock Grove. It's on Netflix. So go ahead and stream it, download it, watch it.
Tomorrow, April 19th.
Tomorrow, yes. Will you take a quick photo with us?
Yes.
Before you go? Okay, here's the camera.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yay!
Thank you.
I know there's more. Cha-cha!
Cha-cha, cha-cha. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for meeting us.
Good luck with the show.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, you too. Thank you so
And
much.
now I'm late for work.
And it worth it, right?
Bye, guys. I've got to run. Okay.
Bye.
I'll see you next time.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Yes.
Yes.
Matt
Actually,
Atchie. Okay.
Alright,
Bye.
Thanks, Maria.
Bye.
Awesome.
Bye. Thank you yet again.
See you. And Nick, of course. Okay. Bye.
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 What was that, Jimmy?